Jose Casagrande has done a terrific job turning the program around at Roosevelt. They also believe it is their year.
They kind of look like the Michigan Wolverines in those helmets.
Jefferson, the Democrats. It was like the precursor to the Classic, so it was kind of a gauge of where we stood.
Another team notoriously beats us all the time.
Byron Harris, that's what I remember. That dude was a beast. He ran all over us like, man. But it was fun. They thought they were going to beat us. It was dirty, like it was grimy. It was like you smack me, I smack you back, left hook, right uppercut, like it was just back and forth. Definitely Muhammad Ali versus like Frazier. So it was like back and we were hitting each other back and forth. Chiquilin, they needed that first down. It was like fourth and like forever to get him, and he just and he made it all the way to the first down marker. I'm like, what? That propelled us.
The crowd, they told the O-line everything. Started going to the Roosevelt games in 6th grade. I don't remember big plays like that.
We had the 2 L's. We had already our humble pies, and that game was like we really wanted this game. Like we wanted to be on the right foot going into the Classic. So, and they were a good team. It took out the best out of everybody. And there were some tactics that we practiced during the week building up to the game. Literally like marry your receiver, because there was some play that they would run. This was at the end of the game. They would like crisscross and we switch up. And like we just let them go. Don't follow your. And then I switched up with the inside guy. Lo and behold, there was a ball coming straight at me. So I caught it, and I'm like, let me just hold on to it, and lay on the floor, because that was the game right there. As soon as I caught that ball, it was this relief. And I think you see it in the film, and I felt it, and like in your soul, you feel it. Like you finally got that shit. We got this.
Right, comes through with a pick at the end. Corona's in there on defense, so it was kind of like. It was a hard-fought game, and we earned every inch of it, dude.
TKO for you, motherfuckers. We won, we won, and it was like an underdog. They really thought they were way better than us. It was such a relief. It was a culmination of all the work that we all put in, and I think we grinded out that victory. Like we're all dirty, like we're all hurt, like we're all like grinding, and it was one of those grindy like victories that. Man, it was worth it. It was worth it. Like all the grind, and it was a team effort. Like we all put our hearts in there, and I think we came out on top. And that was the manifestation of all the work, all the techniques, all the strategy, all the everything. And then it was peaking towards what we were gonna go to, like the Classic, right? So. The pageantry, man. The type of stuff you see in Division I football, right? The amount of fans and the passion and everything. Like you don't see that often, especially not on the high school level. Not even like the St. John Boscos in modern days. They have amazing teams and amazing players, but the love and the passion and the community that exists, you can't compare it to it. It's just different. I don't know. The roots are deeper. The tradition is deeper. It's a beautiful thing, man. It gives us people that would never have been recruited by Modern Day or St. John Bosco, and it gives you the opportunity to shine, and show your true colors, and it gives the community that platform. During lunch, like ties or whatever, you got flowers. Oh, it was a different era back then. So now with social media, it's different, but we lived that world. It was cool. All the pressure, all the stuff, and it was our time to shine, man.
It's game time. We're still kind of nervous because of the history, but in our minds, we know what's about to happen. My knee was hurt. So I had got some acupuncture before the game. Casa has a cousin who I think worked with the U.S. Olympic boxing team. He shows up, he starts sticking needles in my knees, and it's the strangest thing. He puts a TENS unit on it, and my knee is like on cloud 9. It's like nothing ever happened. We're doing our walkthroughs at Roosevelt. We get in the bus, we load up. We got on the bus, padded, and ready to roll. This is what I was ready for. It's my senior year. I'm the captain. I'm walking the guys out. I'm leading us, and to see the crowd just kind of go nuts. We're fucking hyped.
I'm like, oh, this is real. I remember them throwing bottles at me, dude. Oh shoot, they almost hit me. Like, I kid you not, when I were warming up.
It was well over 20,000. But we did it our own way. We did our Roosevelt jumping jacks, our quarter eagle. So when we come up for the captains, and this was my moment, there was Patrick Orozco was on the other side. This previous year when we played, even though they won, I kicked his ass. Shook his hand. I got a great photo of me shaking his hand. And then we come out and it's goal time. Right?
This is Weingart Stadium in East Los Angeles. It's the classic. The Rough Riders of Roosevelt against the Bulldogs of Garfield High School.
You know, Garfield through the years has dominated this series in the 90s, winning the last 7 in succession.
And look at all the fan side. This is a sellout, folks. This is a packed house. And all those fans on that side of the stadium are looking forward to an exciting game. Both these schools run the football a lot. And because of that, the running backs are critical. Ellis Machuca is a solid, quick running back with good moves. You'll see him break a couple in the game tonight.
You know, we mentioned Ellis Machuca earlier, the final running back at Roosevelt, but you need big-time blockers to pave the way. Well, in Mario Ramos, they have a big-time blocker. Young man is over 300 pounds, the offensive tackle, being highly recruited by Fresno State.
You can break down the playbook sometimes for Roosevelt and just say, follow Ramos. He's a big blocker. He's also a good blocker. Blocking is not just size, it's also technique. If you run behind Ramos tonight, you're going to get a lot of yards. It's a good recommendation.
Garfield gets the ball first. Kick off to them.
Valencia kicking off to Villalobos and Torres. That'll be Max Torres at the 5. He's an electrifying player, and he's healthy tonight. First and 15 would run the football. Perez, the defensive end, with Ramon Corrales, Frank Ibarra, Daniel Dominguez, the front four, Octavio Lopez, Ellis Machuca, and Henry Mas, the linebackers. In the secondary, Hernandez, Yep, and Betancourt.
A lot of laundry on that field that game.
Gus Herrera is the tight end. Line of Angula, Corona, Lavoy, Ramos, and Alanis.
We are in a goal line circumstance. Ellis gets the first score.
The fullback, touchdown. Ellis Machuca, the former Bulldog, scores against his old team.
Ellis said he was a beast, man. I give him that.
On the short punt.
It is again, right up the middle, inside handoff, capping off a 2-play, 15-yard drive with a 9-yard touchdown and the lead for Roosevelt. Look at the blocking scheme here. Watch number 9 as he gets the ball. Machuca hits the hole. Right over the right tackle. Right to Bader.
Well, Garfield didn't go to sleep. They kind of kept playing. They kept trying to fight. They kept battling, and I think it was more of our mistakes than it was them really legitimately doing a good job. So they came out, they fought. I think they matched our score. They even got the 2-point conversion.
Such a fun game. It was so competitive in the beginning. You never know, like, you have to play the games. I literally dreamt it, figured, and to actually happen. Scored a touchdown in the Classic, like summiting like Mount Everest. You're like, fucking here, like I did it. Like this is for the W. You know, we're gonna win as a team, and so it's just gratifying. You know, to work so hard and actually have it manifest to reality how you want it to work out. You know, because it doesn't always work out, but at that moment, 7 years losing to them, our senior year, working all those years, looking at all the L's previous years, feeling that pressure from our people, and doing it and accomplishing our goals as a team. Roach hit this dude. It was a legal hit. It was all body. It was not head on head. It wasn't helmet to helmet. Romo was on the floor, thriving pain. He deserved it. And it wasn't like an illegal hit.
Behind the line of scrimmage. That's way too deep. There's the lob. Here's Romo dropping the ball, and now look out. Hit him high.
Personal foul, face tackling against White.
They may try that again. Here's for Salas. No good.
By the way, that was an amazing play that you had right there. Corner of the end zone, you just tipped it off. And it's funny because you did that and I smacked the quarterback. Oh, you're blitzing or whatever. My free hit was one of those like, oh, I hit you. And you had a good play. I'm like, dude, yes.
Nava is delivering the football to his wideouts.
They got us in the second one. I almost got to him in the second one, but then he got the pass off. It was a good pass.
For Salas. Great catch. Touchdown. Jumping over Hernandez.
7. This becomes a long extra point.
Eric Nava has a strong leg and throws it through.
That first half was very competitive.
Here at the Classic is as good as it gets. Very entertaining at half as well. Roosevelt.
Get into halftime. It's customary that we walk into that tunnel together so that the home team doesn't do anything stupid. So they just book it. We were left out. And what people don't realize is we're getting shit thrown at us. They're throwing batteries. They're fucking cussing at us. And it's kind of badass to watch Mario, and he's kind of like, right? So this is the first team that's able to talk shit to them. I wish every other team gets to feel that one day, to know that you're going to know that you're going to win that game, to have that feeling.
It's a real commitment, and it's worth it. And what a place to play football. UCLA College with, look at all those people. 23,000 people here tonight. That's more than the Forum Home.
What's interesting about this, how often do high school kids in Southern California have the opportunity to experience anything like this? This is a big-time, collegiate type of atmosphere. And for most high school players, they never, in their wildest dreams, can feel any of this.
Absolutely. This is as good as it gets.
They kind of look like the Michigan Wolverines in those helmets. But it is the Delaware helmet.
Second half happened and we rolled. We didn't give up a score in the second half, right?
Feeling that the second half, this game's going to change right now. And sure enough, it does, right? We come out, second half, and we fucking march. I want to say it was 36 Sally, which is like a draw play, and she scoots through the defense, and I mean, he almost walked in right, and he gets in there, and then at that point, we fucking feel the stadium's rocking. It's starting to swing, and Esparza kind of starts to take over, starts to feel himself, and I know he was itching for that fucking touchdown.
Themselves on wearing teams down. They feel they're the best conditioned squad in the city, and that was a statement. Opening drive in the third quarter.
That was straight ahead smash mouth football. Nothing fancy, nothing tricky. Blowing guys off the line and making big holes for number 6. This is a complete block.
He flat out body slams that poor little kid. It was number 54. He just eats him alive. It's hilarious, right? Stadium went nuts to watch. You're watching your biggest guy go berserk on them.
Oh yeah, that play, that Max, that man, this guy's fast. I'm like running at him. Just grab his waist. I'm like, I'm gonna take you down. I slammed him, man, and I was a little discombobulated because I'm like, you turn, and I'm like, what the hell happened? And then I see Ramon Corrales, right, catching the ball.
BG gets that interception. The ball lands in his arm. To see him run that whole fucking lane.
Roach leveled somebody.
Yeah. One part of the highlight is him scoring, but the other part is Roach just going out there and just fucking ear-holing one of their offensive linemen.
Corrales, that was the moment, man. Him stumbling and falling. That was like the apex. That was amazing. There from Slick to Gus. I'm like, dude, we're up by whatever, and it was a wobbly pass. He still caught it because he got his shine on. That was nice. Oh man, that felt good. But it was fun, man. Everything that we did, this moment, man. 25 years later, we're still living those moments, man.
And I remember at the end, we wanted to get Chiquilin, wanted to get in. Chiquilin was just like,
it's one of those things that no one can take away from me. It's once you cross that path, once we had that W, that was the pinnacle, I think, of that year, or our senior year in our class. It was the beginning for that era, and you can always relive those memories.
Was a new boss on the block, and we were going to be here for a while. Come back from that game, had to flip a bit to get us back on the right side.
It was crowds of people, like when the bus pulled up, there was no parking, no, it was just people celebrating. It was such a good vibe.
And everybody was fucking excited.
It was just fun. Like my family was there, my mom, my dad's sisters, my dad.
We're coming out and we're greeted by a crowd. People are going nuts. Everyone's laid out in front of the locker room, and they get another photo of the team. Just excited. It was different. Wake up the next morning, we're fucking reading the newspaper. That became the normal. That became tradition. It was a dream, huh?
Forever. It's a beautiful thing for kids to experience that. Even now, like, just the pageantry and the passion. You don't always win in life. You persevere regardless. Always hold our head high. That's the beauty of the Classic in Roosevelt. That love and that passion, it's there, dude. It's real. It's tangible. You can see it, and it's good to have it cemented in history now, so that people, generations from now, can get 100 years, they can have these conversations and they can hear us and live our experience and understand where it's coming from. And so that's the beauty of this project, is that we're setting it up so that people understand and can have that foundation and build on it. That's the beauty of this. It sets you up in a way that you can be successful in life. You're going to have adversity. You're not going to always win, even though you want to. There's a bigger picture, and there's more victories to be had in different ways. That's what I had from Roosevelt football. Being able to persevere regardless of what's going on. Victory or loss, it don't matter. You can persevere in life. And I think that's the beauty of the passion that we developed there. Hey, the class, when we come back, he's like, "You're number 42." And I'm like, getting props from him. I'm like, "What? You saw the Classic?" He's like, "Yeah, I saw the Classic." "Oh, cool. We won finally." "Yeah, you did pretty good." I'm like, "Oh, getting props from a teacher." That was cool. Like, I had absolute respect for him.
We were exhausted. The fucking victory took a lot out of us. We had to exercise some demons, and we fucking did it. And it's bye week, and Casa gives us the week off. We come off that week, and then it's HP, and it's senior night.
Last home game.
We're taking photos with our parents. Last home game of the season. Yeah, HP gives us a fight first half. I don't think anyone scored. I didn't realize that we had already lost Chiquilin for the season. Somehow we end up scoring like 36 points on them in the second half.
It was just a W that we needed, obviously, to move up in the seeding.
It's a typical routine of going back to the weight room, but this time it's different because we're waiting to see where we're going to be seated. We called out 4A playoffs from the beginning that we were trying to be the champions, and we were hard on it. It's something we set our minds to from the beginning. It was the goal. We just thought about the 3A as a consolation bracket.
I love Casa Grande's all 4A, whatever, but we would have dominated 3A.
They weren't even calling it a championship no more. It was a 3A invitation. Yeah. So 4A is equivalent to D1 right now, the highest you can be in the city section.
Their interior linemen were strong, and so we hadn't competed with people like that yet. Nah, they were at a different level for sure. But they had Division I prospect running back Howard. Yeah, he played at USC. They had this one D-line, this O-line pair. He went to like Nebraska or Ohio. That was a disappointing end. That one hurt. It hurt. But you know what? Casa Grande was the man of his word. We went 4A, and we got smoked. But you know, we got the experience for the next year. There's so many streaks that we broke that year. So that's when the coaching comes into play, man. Our coaches, they took us to the next level, gave us that opportunity to win. I think as long as we executed our plays, I think we're good.